Is everybody in? Is everybody in? Everybody in. The ceremony is about to begin.
All right, we are back with another episode of One More Last Time, the podcast, and we just wanted to do a quick. Man, I just put my hand in front of my camera. I got a bunch of dust on there. Yeah, we just want to jump on here really quick. We do have some guests lined up, but just some scheduling stuff has kind of been popping up, and so we will have more guests soon. But we wanted to get on here real quick, just give you guys a quick update and let you in on a few things of what we're thinking about. So through the last couple of months, I know I can speak for Tommy as well, as we just a lot of personal stuff that's been going on that's just kind of been overwhelming, stressful, and as you get older, I think our mindset is still the road warriors that we were, and the people called us one of the hardest working bands back then, and I think mentally we're still there, but our bodies are not. Our bodies and life is not. Yeah, our bodies and our mind at this age is not, and so we just I hit a wall the other day. I know Tommy has, and I was just laying on my couch, and I text Tommy and I said, "What do you feel about pushing the reunion show to spring instead of in November?" And I said, "Yes, please." Yeah, and so I was relieved for that, and I know my stress level dropped drastically after that. Oh yeah, and so we were going to do it on, I think it was November 11th is what we were trying to shoot for. And it's now October, September. God, September. I can't even know. I don't even know what day it is. We don't even. And so we want to put out a new record before we have the reunion show, and we also have some other stuff that we're trying to get out before that as well. And so we just kind of looked at the time frame and said, we don't want to just cram everything in there, not really give you guys the best of us in a live show setting. And so, I think we're going to try to push it till early April. We'll look at a few dates, maybe late March, early April. And just, we want to get some cool opening bands. Maybe we can talk a band into getting back together as well. We'll see what we can do on that. But we also want to look at some different venues. We're not opposed to doing a show in a church, and we have that option. But we really feel like we want to do just a neutral venue. Has nothing against playing in church. I work at a church, so it has nothing. There's nothing against that. Just we really feel like a neutral venue would be better suited for just what we're trying to accomplish. And so we're gonna go ahead and do that. If we disappointed you, we're very sorry. But our mental health is very important to us as we're getting older, and family stuff and personal things that were going on kind of take precedent over something that's really not going to make us any money. So we're going to take care of some other stuff, but that leaves us with let me look at my notes here.
We are very excited about it. We're totally stoked about it.
Yeah.
It's just we just needed to slow down a little bit, and like he said, it's going to be better than it would have been, because we would have, at this point, we'd have had to cram everything together, so the fact that it's only Jared and I, and we're having to hire musicians to fill the other spots, so it'll be good.
It'll be worth it.
Yeah, definitely.
And it'll be, we didn't want to just put out farts on a snare drum for a record. We really want to take our time. And so we do have that in the works. First on the docket would be, we're releasing a thing called the Not Ready EP, which is very fitting because we're not ready to do the show or the full-length record.
We didn't plan that.
No. I just thought of it right now. It was really funny. Yeah. Which will include the song Not Ready. It'll be remixed a little bit different. The drums will sound different. We're kind of playing with some different tones of drums and just overall.
Experimenting.
I mean, and we're getting better at what we're doing as far as like learning mixing and understanding. Getting a lot of different plugins for our recording software, which has been helpful. So we've got that, which will have that song on it, and 3 other songs. Plus, we'll put out the Not Ready demo, how that song came about, and then maybe a fun version of something of that song, a different version of it. But so we have that hopefully in the next 2 months will probably come out. I honestly just have to finish vocals on one song, and then we've got a few what we call ear candy things that we want to work on to throw at it, and then should be going. And then we did re-record all the Waiting on Love. Well, not all of it. We did all but like 3 of those songs on the Waiting on Love record.
Something like that.
But we added 1 or
songs
2.
that. Yeah, so they were songs that we did in the same session. They just didn't make the release.
Yeah.
So
and one of them has been completely reworked. One of those
Yes.
songs, and then the other one is it'll be slightly different than from that session, but we re-recorded all those, and our friend JT Brown, who we had on here not too long ago, did all the lead stuff. He did some mandolin and some other stuff, and so I just have to sing. I just got track vocals on all that stuff, and then kind of get that to the editing process, and hopefully that'll be out sooner than later as well. And then that leaves us with we are going to do a full-length new record, and we would hope that we could get that out by January or February of next year. We want to kind of take a little bit more time on it. The songs, I mean, Tommy's already working on the drums, but we didn't want to feel rushed with this project because it genuinely is a project that we haven't made music like legit other than Not Ready. We haven't had new stuff in, 15 years, something like that.
Yeah.
So we don't want to just put something out just for the sake of putting it out. We want to kind of take our time and really just produce the record the way we want it to sound and the way the songs, we need to shape them. And we're kind of toying with some stuff. A couple of these songs have been rewritten several times, and we're just trying to figure out what's the best version of that song and that kind of thing. So, we wanted to give you guys something that we're proud of, because ultimately if we're making music that we ourselves don't want to listen to, then why would we want to put it out? So we wanted to make sure it was something good and special for you guys. So that will be January, February. But with that, we have, like Tommy said, it's just me and him. That's when, especially like Not Ready, like that song that we released, genuinely is me and him. It's just me and him. He did the bass and the drums. I did all the guitars and the vocals, and then the One More Last Time acoustic sessions, same thing. Tommy did the drums and the bass. I did the guitars. He did a little artsy guitar lick
piano
and some piano stuff.
That's true. Yeah,
and you did the a little guitar
strings.
thing. Yeah, and so it literally has been just me and him, and it's not. We have nothing against the guys that were in the band before. It's just that when the band ended, I was the only original member left, and so it was over. And so now that it's back, it was kind of really my decision to kind of come forward and Tommy and I reconnected, unfortunately, into sad circumstances of our road manager and front of house guy for years, his funeral. But it kind of, sparked us just wanting to do stuff again and kind of get creative. And so we did the Christmas, we re-recorded the Christmas EP. Again, mainly just me and you, but we had a friend of ours, BJ, do some lead stuff on 2 of those songs. But yeah, so we want to be real particular about who we let into this project. Nothing against the past guys. A lot of them are just, Eddie himself, he works remote. Him and his wife have spent the last month in Alaska, and I don't know where they're headed next. And he sold off all of his gear, and he doesn't want to be a part of it. But with that said, we do have guys in mind. But but we want to respect them and their time and their talent. And so it's going to take money that we don't have to make the record happen. And so we really want to have Michael Blakemore come and play guitar on it. We just had him on the last episode. And he is someone who is worth paying money to play on your record.
Definitely, yeah.
And, I wish...
That's what he does.
Yeah, that's what he does for a living. So
yeah.
I wish he was in a place where he could do it for free. I wouldn't want him to do it anyway for free. I know how much time it takes to write parts and to record and track. And, we have the luxury of this is our project and we can take our time if we need to. But so with that said, we are probably going to come up with some kind of fundraising thing, whether it's on our website or a Kickstarter type thing, and we'll have different tiers. We just need to raise probably, I don't even know the number right now, maybe $3,500. It's not a lot in the grand scheme of things. And so with you guys' help, we could probably get that happen. But yeah, we really want it to sound good. We want the songs to be, what we're going for. And Michael and I were in a project together called New York Summer. And so I trust him. I know that he understands like our music, the band Rail Angel. Cause I remember when we were doing that project together, I had written a song and I'd sent it to him. He was like, it sounds too much like Rail Angel. And so,
which is really hard.
Yeah. Cause that's who I was forever.
Yeah.
And so when you write those songs, that's what it was. So I just thought that was funny, but he understands what we want, what we're trying to do with the new music. And we're not saying that we're going to go back to like the heavy chunky stuff. But this new record is definitely, it's more rock than Not Ready. Not Ready was a song that that came to me, was a song I wanted to write for my wife, for Valentine's Day. And it's a good song and we'll probably play it live, but that's not indicative of what we're working on right now. Yeah. We are working on a rock record. So, we really want somebody that we trust in there and so hopefully you guys will help us out. We'll think of some different things to give you guys, for doing that. We'll do some different tiers or whatever. But yeah, it's going to take money to make a good record. And in the grand scheme of things, $3,500 is not a lot. We spent more than that on the Summer Fade EP back in the day.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And so
way more than that. Yeah.
So yeah, we will need your help. Spread the word. That's what we're doing. And then as soon as we nail down a date for the show, we'll push that out. If you guys have any comments about who you would like to see play that show,
that's a good idea.
Bands that you think would mix well with us, let us know. Shoot us a message or something. And
they don't have to be, it doesn't matter what their genre is. Yeah, exactly.
Because I think, I don't know, we meshed well when one of the last Rail Angel shows we did was opening for Eli Young Band, and it fit. Their crowd loved us.
They're like
we're
country,
a rock band,
so.
and they're a country band. So it doesn't really matter. I think that I don't want to put ourselves in a pigeonhole with whatever. But send us some ideas. It'd be good. We've been so out of the music industry.
Yeah, we don't even know.
I don't know anybody right now, other than the bands that I already listened to growing up. So
yeah,
it's just
I know one local band that I love, but other than that, I don't know anybody.
So if you guys got ideas, send those to us. But yeah, we will do a show. There is a possibility that we're going to do a short, small show in Norman, Oklahoma, probably in December, like a Christmas themed show. So we'll, play the Christmas EP and maybe a couple of other songs, but it will not be a full blown reunion show. It'll be we'll get some friends of ours to come play with us, play somebody on bass and somebody on lead. But it will not be like a full rock show.
You have to wait for that.
It won't be the full Rail Angel rock experience. It'll be, probably a 30, 40-minute set of mainly Christmas stuff and a couple of the songs that we want to try out live probably. So that might be a good place for you to come if you want a sneak peek of some new stuff. But details on that soon. They just reached out to us and asked if we wanted to be a part of something at a Christmas show. And so, so that's where we're at. we got more guests in the pipeline to do on the podcast. But yeah, anything you want to say? I know we would, before we were waiting, we've been waiting on somebody, but we forgot they were 2 hours behind us. And so we let him reschedule with us because he has a 3-hour long drive home, and I don't want to keep him from that drive. So we decided to jump on here and do this, but we talked about a few things about the music, what we're trying to do.
Yeah, definitely. I don't really have anything to add or anything, but we're looking forward to everything. We hope y'all are too, and we'll see you on the next one, and hopefully we'll have a guest on this next one, and it'll be fun.
Yeah, it'll be good. And we know this was real short, so you have no excuse not to listen to it all the way through. There's no excuse for that. But we do say, one thing that I will say that Tommy and I have kind of experienced this year, and I know he's experienced over the years, is, if you're feeling overwhelmed about anything in your life, and you're not a believer like we are, it's very easy to go down a dark path. And when you don't,
it's easy even if you are a believer.
But it's, if you don't have that hope in Christ, you can go into some dark places. I know that when Radio Angel was done, when I finally officially called it a day with them, I remember, I kind of shared about it last season. It was just, I was drinking every night. I had to have Mountain Dew and Malibu rum. Not a good mixture of ratios. It was more, I wanted to just numb everything that was going on. And so out of that, really coming back to the Lord and understanding, like, I don't know what to do with my life, God. It's kind of, this is over. What am I supposed to do? And so there was a process there. So I'm just saying, it can easily creep back into your life. I know that, like, I work full time at a church. There was a lot of stuff that was going on personally with my family this past year, and really weighed on me mentally and physically and spiritually. And then Tommy could go on another whole podcast just on what he's dealt with in the last month. We just hit a point where we just thought it was more important to just kind of step back, say, hey, let's not push it. Let's take our time with this kind of stuff, and really make sure that we're all there, mentally and physically and spiritually. So, with that said, if you guys are struggling with anything, don't go through it alone. Reach out to somebody. You can reach out to us. We'll help you the best way we can. But definitely don't go through whatever you're going through alone, because it's, we don't want to end up at, somebody in a bad spot, going into dark places. So yeah,
definitely.
But yeah, we look forward. Like Tommy said, we're excited. The songs that we're working on, I think I've sent you half of the scratch tracks.
I have like 5 at the moment. I'm looking at my track list.
I think we'll probably end up recording 13 or 14 songs. I don't know if all of those will make it. We might do 10 to 12. I don't know what's going on, but I was cranking them out because I was just excited to get those to you. But they're going to be good. We feel like these might be some of the best stuff that we've done.
Definitely, yeah.
And then we just want to take our time experimenting with sounds, adding stuff that we've never gotten to do. And the only thing that's really holding us back is really having a solid guitar player that we trust, that is going with the sound that we want to head to. And so if we can get Michael on, it'd be awesome. But we can only do that with your help. So anything you guys can give we appreciate it. Buy some merch off our merch store. That goes, we make money off of that. If you want to help us, you can download the acoustic EP off of our website. That money comes straight to us. There's no middleman. If you want to, you can keep listening on Spotify, all that stuff. We just know we don't make anything off that. I think to make $1, you have to have
it's ridiculous,
like 500 spins or something ridiculous. Yeah. So there's no money to be had.
It's a very common misconception.
So if you not just us, if you want to support bands that you really like, buy their stuff directly, and then at least buy their record, and then you can stream it on whatever you want. But just know that no band, unless you're, Taylor Swift or whatever, and you're getting hundreds of millions of spins, that you're making thousands of dollars, not hundreds of thousands, just thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
So it's just, it's wild. But, we just wanted to give you a quick update and tell you what's going on. And we look forward to getting these releases out and playing that show next year, full on. We will take our time. We will make it a show. It will not be just us just playing the songs. There's going to be, we have ideas and we want to work through them and make sure that we bring you the best possible show. I think that's it.
That's it.
That's all we got.
Thank y'all for listening.
We appreciate you, especially the people who keep listening. I look every day and there's more and more spins on every episode, so we appreciate that. And
definitely.
Obviously you guys have been listening to the music on Spotify because we see that on the back end too, and so we appreciate it. But we look forward to it, and we'll see you next time.
See ya.